I think of my parents and grandparents and all the aunts, uncles, and cousins of those two generations, and wish that someone had sat down with them to record all they knew, all the stories about the old country, all they were taught by their parents and grandparents. Simple facts like the towns my ancestors came from, how the various people were related, what their first years in America were like. I wish our family had all this history recorded, not only so that I could learn from it, but also so that my son and someday his children could learn from it too. We always think there will be time. I remember thinking that someday I'm going to videotape my father telling the old stories I love to hear, about life in the early and mid-20th century, about his service during the Second World War, about what it was like to raise a family in the 1950s and 60s. But somehow I never got around to it, and then one day he took sick, and it was too late. He died before my son was born. How I wish my son could hear his grandfather's voice. Think what a gift you can give your loved ones, old, young, and yet unborn, by letting Gravitas History record all the wisdom and lore of your extended family. To bring together in one place the collective memory of a group of people linked by common forebears and common experiences. Think of the joy future generations will take in hearing the actual voices of their ancestors, whose long-ago lives may then seem just a bit less distant. Think of your own satisfaction to learn things you never knew about people you thought you knew inside out. Perhaps a story your cousin learned from her father about the early life of his sister, your mother. Gravitas will sit down with your loved ones and your close friends. We'll conduct in-depth interviews, drawing recollections and reflections out of them, using the techniques I've honed over the hundreds of oral history interviews I've done. And of course, we'll start with the eldest among them, so that we're sure to record all the irreplaceable wisdom and experience they have to share. If this process sounds appealing to you, I urge you, contact us so that we may begin, before it's too late.